Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at two knockoff Swiss Army knives. Now, both of these have bad quality control, and they're not both equal, and we'll get to that in a bit. They're exactly the same design, but they have all the same tools, but they're not equal because of quality control, and I'll tell you where I got these from. This one was free from a certain company that I will not name. I put tape over it because I don't feel like supporting that company on YouTube. And this is Cave Creek, Arizona. It was a souvenir. You got the little Sahara cactus and a little brush and kind of like a background, all just kind of carved in there. Kind of like an indent or an inlay. And I did scuff up the wood opening a can one time while we were traveling with the can opener. So it has gotten some use. This one, I've used it occasionally. Sharpened the blade on this one improperly one time. Kind of messed it up a bit. This one, I don't believe I've even touched the blade with a sharpener. This is from the souvenir shop. Now, oh yeah, there we read stainless china. I think it says the exact same thing on the other one. If I can get it out here. Oh, this just says stainless, but I guarantee you this is made in China as well. So let's get to the biggest complaint. This one, we'll come back to that. But this one right here, this is like all the Swiss Army knives are built in a sandwich style shape. I mean, they have the tools they swing out. Each and every one of them swing out on this. They've got the bar behind them that hold them in place. So you can see when you open it, it kind of pulls it back. Locks it into place, you know, etc. This whole thing in the sandwich design is squished towards the side. You can see that isn't quite even, and that isn't even either. If I would take a ruler, which I don't have a ruler, but there's this coin setting next to me. If I put the coin on there, flat on the ground, well, you can just see, obviously, that is pretty messed up. And then this one is much, much better. This one, unfortunately, it's completely squished to the side. And that means this blade play, it's going to have horrible blade play. This one here doesn't have as much blade play, but there's still a little bit of blade play. Now, these aren't necessarily bad. They're good for everyday carry. I would carry this one over this one. And I'll get to why this one is so bad. These are so tight that you would literally nearly break a nail opening this side because these things are so tight. This one does not have a problem with that. If you want to get to the awl, the file, everything opens nice. And oh yeah, I should point this out. Both files are the same, but they're just little. That is not a file. I don't know. The only thing I could think that this is used for is like an instrument. I don't know. It's really bad. That file is absolutely bad. Oh yeah, and I should show you the awl as well. The awl is not sharpened in any way. Usually the awls have like a little corner, one corner taken off. That way you can drive it into wood. The awls on both of these are the exact same way. I'll even see if I can get the awl up on this one. There we go. It's very difficult. Yeah, awls are the same. Very bad. But one thing that I had to do is to even get up the nail file is use this coin to pry it open because it is in there so tight. This thing is so tight. As for this one, it's much easier to get to all the tools. And that's why I would carry this one, is because you can easily get to all the tools. But this one's lopsided and this one's fine. Now the tools on this side, they're still really tight on this side. Ugh. Scissors. There's a little bit of play in the scissors, and they do come to touch, but I'll go over all the tools on this one that I can get them open. So we have the traditional knife over here. We've got the saw. See the saw play. Yeah, there's a bit of play. But this one's much easier to open. That's why I like this one better. This one's interesting. A fish scaler. It's pretty cool. Scissors. I love my scissors. This one has more play than this one. So quality control on these knockoff Swiss Army knives are bad. It does touch most of the way through. Fairly decent scissors. And if the Swiss Army knife or knockoff Swiss Army knife does not have a scissors, then it's a thumbs down for me. Because if I'm going to carry a multi-tool, I have to have my scissors. Mainly because I don't carry, a fingernail clipper. So actually the scissors is the most important. I cut my nails, hangnail, pull that skin back, cut off a hangnail. I love my scissors for touching up my nails. So a scissors is a must in a multi-tool for me. I love my scissors. And then we got the can opener. And this other can opener with the flathead screwdriver on it there. Flathead screwdriver. I like that. I really do. Plus the Phillips head screwdriver. I really like this design. This is the, I should say, the Swiss Army Tinkerer model. So the Swiss Army Tinkerer is very similar to this. The only thing is I don't think the Swiss Army Tinkerer has a file, but it's another awl on this thing. The awl on this thing is replaced with a little hook, a handle that uses to pull out tent pegs. And this awl, this has two awls on it. Not sharpened in any way. You're going to really have to drive that thing into wood to get even a hole started. The awls on this thing, the awls on both of these, absolute garbage. And look at that, how it just bent over. This thing is just so tight. I literally can't carry this thing because if I carry this thing, I have to carry a coin to even pry open everything. It's just, this one's bad, but it's a souvenir, and that's the only reason why it's remotely good in any way. It's because it's a souvenir. This one is cool. It's much better, but still has its problems. So if you're probably going to get a knife like this, I would just recommend spend the extra, like, I don't know, 35 bucks and get the Swiss Army Tinkerer. The Swiss Army Tinkerer comes with a tweezers and a toothpick, or a tweezers and a pen, or a tweezers and a ferro rod. There's a lot of things that you can do with a Swiss Army knife because the scales are different on a Swiss Army knife. But actually, let's talk about the scales on these. I love Swiss Army scales, like the I forget what they call it. The Alox editions are more fancied up, but then the regular red or whatever colored scales you want usually have like little inserts in here where you can keep even more additional tools, which these ones can't. So this is like, I don't know, steel, aluminum, I have no idea. Stainless steel maybe, redwood. I do like the redwood scales. They look cool. I like them. And I do like this. I do like this pocket knife. The only downside to this thing is, I would say, the blade play that I don't really like, and I don't know how long it'll hold up. But in general, this one's a good souvenir. I have carried this before, and I do like it, but I would eventually like to upgrade to an actual Swiss Army knife rather than having to use this knockoff. But for now, it works, and I like it. It works for now until I get a better one, and that's all I honestly want. It comes with the scissors. Love the scissors. Love having the knife, the can opener, and the flathead screwdriver. Flathead screwdriver is very important to me. I use this probably more than probably most of these tools. I would say the one that I probably would use the most is the scissors and the knife, and then the flathead screwdriver. But yeah, the awls, the file, basically everything back here other than this is probably going to get used the most. Because, I mean, Phillips head screwdrivers. And how many people actually, I mean, if you're into wine, I guess, but most modern day bottles are like the steel caps that you use a bottle opener on. I have never run into a time where a bottle, well, maybe actually, is this the awl? It's kind of have an angle on it. No, it's just a sharper can opener. But yeah, these three tools in there on both of these, absolute garbage. Would never use them for anything. Phillips, thumbs up. I guess it's there if you need it. If you need to open a cork, it'll work. But overall, it's kind of useless to me. And I do like this set of tools. So overall, are they good or are they bad? They're both. They're bad and kind of good. But overall, souvenir, never use that one. I do carry this one. But yeah, it's still quality is thumbs down quality, but good intentions. Good intentions, bad quality. So yeah, that's this video here. So thank you so much for putting up with me for 10 minutes now. I had no idea I was going on 10 minutes. But yeah, those are knockoff Swiss Army knives. They are what they are. You can use them. I guess it's a thumbs up for me until I get a real Swiss Army knife. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.